Another first-time winner on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Don't worry, we'll get to that. Good morning, good day, good evening, whichever one it may be for you. Welcome to the Disc Golf Show. My name is Nick, and this is episode 32 of the 2026 season. This show is brought to you in part by our local pro shop, Final Nine Sports. If you're in Northern California, they have two locations, one in Orangevale and one in Rockland. Always support local if you can. However, if you're unable to find what you're looking for at your local pro shop, we've got a remedy, and that is Disc Golf Deals USA. If you go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow, you can save 10% off of your entire order. Some exclusions do apply, but the majority of everything on there, save that money while you can. As always, you know we like to start off with good news. First being a little update, not update, a little engagement photo teaser from Cole and Trinity. Just wanted to shout out to them. We're excited for them moving forward closer to their wedding date, and we wish nothing but the best for them. Congratulations to the Creators Challenge champs, Ezra Aderhold and Whit Stevenson. They won in a sudden death playoff between them and Julian Bedanza. So again, shout out to Ezra. I believe this is his second win. Some news with the WFDF World Team Disc Golf Championships. They will be held September 8th to 12th in Lithuania this year. They will have a record-breaking 32 nations will be competing. First time ever, it will also be holding the Open and Masters divisions, which is very cool to see. Estonia, actually, their national team has won the last two times. So the 2022 and in Croatia and the 2024 event in Australia. But the question is, will they be able to maintain and win a third time in a row? We will see. We'll try to keep you updated on that as it progresses and gets closer. Shout out to all the competitors at the 2026 PDGA Amateur Disc Golf World Championships, which starts today. There are, MA1, FA1, all the competitors out there at the Am Worlds. We hope you do well out there. Today was Ratings Updates Day, and of note, Gannon dropped back to 1062. So he cleared the all-time record, but now he's back one stroke or one rating point down to 1062, and we will see if he bumps back up throughout the rest of this season. Question is, what happened to your rating? Mine stayed the same because I have not played anything this year, unfortunately, been quite busy. But let me know down below if you went up or down and why. Some updates to some things that you can do if you are attending the 2026 Worlds in Detroit. A few things of note are they will be having a 4,000 square foot pro shop. That sounds amazing. I wish I could attend and check that out. There will also be a Sweet Spot Family Fun Zone, a mini course, a zip line, some food vendors, and more. If you want to find out what's going to be at this event, I will have a link down below for the venue maps as well as the website Detroit26.com. Go check it out. Some stats came out. I love stats. For the Disc Golf Pro Tour so far this year, there have been 3 million live views on DGPT and YouTube. There's been a 40% increase in viewership between Jomez Pro versus last year's 2025. So that's a good bump, very good bump. Average watch time currently on the Disc Golf Network is 90 minutes. Live, those things go for a solid 4 hours or so, but, people have things to do. So hopefully that can increase as time passes as well. Also, between DGPT and Jomez, their channels on YouTube, they have 2.12 million followers with 75 million impressions. So those are some big numbers put up by DGPT and Jomez. So thanks to them, we have what we have. Also, on-site attendance for DGPT and Jomez Pro Series events is over 60,000. So that's always good to see those numbers bump as well. In-person spectators are much needed, and we hope those numbers rise as well. Well, that brings us to the Discmania Challenge. I was out of town this past weekend, so I didn't catch much of it live. I caught some highlights here and there, but we'll run through some of these things. For FPO at the Discmania Challenge, there was a strong first round put out by Kat Merch that gave her a 3-stroke lead over Ella Hansen. In round 2, it kind of was a battle between Ella and Kat, and Ella Hansen in round 2 shot a 5-stroke better round than Kat to take first by 2 strokes heading into the final round. And Ella was able to hold off Kat to win by 1 stroke. To break, of note, to break the Finnish run of winners, I think the past 6 events have been won by Finnish players this year. So shout out to Ella Hansen on that win at the Discmania Challenge. And as for MPO, this was awesome. It's always good to see stuff like this. Austin Turner and Evan Smith shot 10 under, and they had a 1-stroke lead over Heimberg, and who else? Silas Schultz. Big supporter. And then in round 2, Evan Smith shot lights out, shot a 15 down, ended up being rated as of today an 11:09 round, second highest rated for the 2026 season, and the highest DGPT round currently. So leading by 8 strokes going into the final round. Closest to him were, again, Schultz and Austin Turner. So shout out to them as well. Side note, I don't know if you saw this or not on social media, RIP to one of Calvin's driving putters. He threw off the tee, and that disc hit the tree, split, and stuck. Never seen that on live coverage or in person. I don't even know if there's any video of it out there, of a disc just slamming into a tree and sticking. So hopefully he has a backup. I don't think that'll hurt him, but sad to see, sad to see. Evan ended up walking it in the final round with an 8-stroke lead going into the final round. It's tough for anybody to catch that. Gannon did try his best, but as well as Austin Turner, but they, it was a hope and a prayer to try to catch Evan, especially the way he was shooting at this event, and it was good to see. This was his first DGPT Tour win, and yeah, that's 2 in a row now. Good to see the new names coming up, the next run of players. And yeah, one funny thing though, I did see a picture of the podium with Austin Turner, Evan Smith, and Gannon Burr. And with Gannon being on the lowest, well, the 3rd place tier, which is the lower, stand, he was still taller than both Austin and Evan. I just found that funny. But shout out again, congratulations to Evan on his first Pro Tour win. I'm sure this is not the last we will see of him on tour this year, maybe. Maybe he'll get another win. What do you think? Also, prior to this, Macbeth did withdraw from the Discmania Challenge. Both Paul and AB also announced their withdrawal from the doubles event. That's going to be later this week. Paul stated that he wanted to concentrate on being ready for Worlds to try to push for that major win. And, it's sad to not see them at the doubles event, but priorities. You have to take into account at that level what's most important to you and concentrate on that. So, you got to respect his choices. Last but not least for news, guys, Silas Schultz watch, always. DGPT standings, if you go check those out, we'll have a link below. But he had a 6th place finish at Discmania Challenge, so shout out to Silas on that. Last week, he was in 13th, and with that placement of 6th, it bumped him up to 12th. So if you want to stay tuned to your favorite player, again, we'll have that link to the DGPT standings down below. We have... Let's see here. Moving on, that brings us to the disc golf question of the episode. Again, no wrong answers when I post these, but my question for this episode is, what percentage of your life involves disc golf? Or what percentage does disc golf take up of your life? Do you bleed disc golf? Do you just play when you can? Do you even follow the pro/tour scene? I know there's a large variety of types of disc golfers out there, but obviously I follow quite a bit. But let me know, if you watch me, do you even follow the tour? Do you care? Either way, let me know. And I'll look forward to seeing your guys' responses down below. Do me a favor before we move on to gear and equipment. Hit that subscribe, that like, the notifications, and the share. All the goods. It really does help. You may not think so, but it does, and I do appreciate it. Moving on to gear and equipment, guys. This segment is brought to you by Disc Golf Deals USA. Again, go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow. Save 10% off your entire order. Some exclusions do apply, but those big ticket items, baskets, carts, new bags, set of practice putters, a large order of discs, gifts, all that adds up. Save that money while you can. As for approved discs, we actually had a decent count of molds that were approved. The first 3 being from Prodigy, and those being the new F3, the F4, and the F6. So if you are a Prodigy fan, go check those links out below, or, pick some of those up when they're available. And then there's 3 discs that were from a brand new company called Disc Golf Avenue. Those 3 discs being the Arcade, the Alley, and the Union. I'm always excited to see new, smaller manufacturers come up and see what they have to provide and what differs them from everybody else. But yeah, just like last episode, shout out Project Black. Go check them out as well. In addition to Disc Golf Avenue's 3 discs, we had another company, Shaman Disc Golf, the Viento, and then Nice Discs had the Nisu. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. It is Japanese for nice. It is a stable fairway driver, and the flight numbers on that are 7.4, -0.52. So yeah, check those out. Check those out. As for recent and upcoming releases, Discmania does have on August 16th the Niklas Antila Creator Series Horizon S-Line drop. So stay tuned for that. And if you're looking for any upcoming releases on the horizon, anything like that, go to Disc Golf Deals. If you go to the Drops tab at the top and check out the release calendar, you can check out, coming this week, coming this month, and on the horizon sections. It's always cool to see what's coming down the pipeline. Last but not least, for gear and equipment are the most important item of your disc golf gear, your shoes. You use them on every shot, and there are a couple companies that support disc golf fairly strongly. Well, very strongly, not fairly, is Ideo Sports, a disc golf created shoe, and Vessi, sponsor of the tour, all that stuff, as well as Ideo. Both waterproof, very lightweight discs. Ultimately, it comes down to your personal preference on style, but they both have high tops, low tops. And then the biggest difference really is their sole. The Ideo Sports have a more zero style sole, so more closer to flat than the Vessis. So, depends on what you like, depends on what gets you a better throw, ultimately. So let me know which one of those you like most. Moving on to upcoming events, we have a couple later this week. August 14th to 16th, the 2026 DGPT Doubles Championship at the Preserve, presented by Simon Line. It is a DGPT event, and that is held in Clearwater, Minnesota. After that, August 26th, there will be a week off for them, basically. But August 26th to 30th is the 2026 PDGA Pro Worlds Championship, presented by First Form. It is a major, and it is held in Milford, Michigan. September 19th, don't forget, we will have this on every show up until it happens. The Global, the Paul Macbeth Foundation event. It is a worldwide event, ranked, rated They do all the back end of your course versus other people's courses, your rounds versus other people's rounds. But if you're looking to compete or maybe even TD an event, if there's not one close to you, you can do that. They have a lot of support and to help you TD an event. We will have that link down to the global down below by Paul Macbeth Foundation. Moving on to the mailbag, guys, this is where we give you some products or videos to consume, whether you have or not. We urge you to check them out. As for the product, I'm going to switch it up here. I always have something to share with you guys, but I want to know what's something that you would like, that you would suggest I get my hands on, or maybe an item that you think is underrated that more disc golfers should have. Let me know, because I'd love to check it out and share it with everybody else. Yeah, let me know. Give me a product that you think I need to check out this time. Switching it up on you. As for the video, we're going to some standards here. We've got Simon Lizotte had building my first disc golf green. Quite an undertaking, and probably the most adorable disc golf video I've seen in a very long time, if not ever, due to Simon's co-host. So go check that out. And then in addition to that, there was kind of a Ledgestone recap and more video put up by Silas Schultz. Those two channels are probably our favorite disc golf channels. Social media characters, personalities. But we will have that link down below to Silas's last video. That brings us, again, kind of like the thumbnail. This show is short and sweet. That brings us to the end of the show, guys. This is one of the shortest episodes I've had in a while, but where we like to give you some ways to save some funds. If you are in the market for a bag, go to Upper Park Disc Golf. You can use code DiscGolfShow, save you some funds there. If you're looking for some shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, lightweight, very comfortable shirts, go to bucketsdg.com. Use code DiscGolfShow. You can save 10% off there. Also, big shout out to Disc Golf Deals USA. Go to discgolfdealsusa.com/discgolfshow. Save 10% off your entire order. Big ticket items, large orders. That money adds up. Save that money while you can. And then last but not least, our local pro shop, Final Nine Sports. If you're in Northern California, Sacramento area, they have two locations, one in Orangevale and one in Rockland. Always support local if you can. And if you do have any suggestions for upcoming episodes, any news, any events, something you want me to throw in, feel free, shoot me an email at discgolfshow@gmail.com. More than happy to share it with the viewers. Also, before we bounce, hit that subscribe button, that like, the share, the notifications, all the goods. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you next week.